So for whatever reason, you're having difficulty sweeping your opponent with your single leg X, so you decide to upgrade to the X guard. Like I said before, the single leg X and the X guard go together. They're brother-sister techniques, they're brother-sister positions. And you shouldn't spend too much time laboring in the single leg X. If it's not working for you, upgrade the position, go to the X guard. Now once you're in X guard, there are many, many techniques. There's super fancy sweeps, back takes, arm locks, leg locks, spinning, jumping upside down, tomonage, Captain Kirk throw type of things you can do. But really, the thing you should start with, the workhorse of the X guard, is the technical stand-up sweep. Just like the twist sweep motivates much of the response in the single leg X guard, it makes the guy do stupid things that you can then hit him with fancy looking stuff. The technical stand-up sweep is the primary threat of the X guard. Everything starts with that. If you can do a stand-up with the guy's leg on your shoulder, he's gonna fall. So trying to avoid that, he's gonna do all kinds of stupid things, and then you can do all your fancy stuff. So we're gonna go with the technical stand-up. It's the only X guard sweep I'm gonna show you. There are other resources, mine as well as other people's, on the X guard, and I encourage you to go look at those. I just wanna say, this technical stand-up sweep, I've hit it against really good people. I've hit it against UFC fighters. I've hit it against UFC fighters in MMA sparring when they're trying to punch me in the face because they're so destabilized with you underneath doing the stand-up that it's hard for them to get a good shot off. And incidentally, it's also the position and the technique that I advocated in the jiu-jitsu for the zombie apocalypse video that I did a while ago. I said it was a great position against zombies, and I still stand by that. So for many different reasons, in case you're fighting in the UFC or in case of a zombie apocalypse, or just if you want to nail your training partners on the mat, you should work on this following technique, the technical stand-up from X guard and transitioning from the single leg X guard into the X guard. Here are the steps that I like to transition from the single leg X to the X guard. I start with my legs in the single X position. Pretty much at the same time, I'm going to move both of my legs from attacking Mo's right leg to attacking Mo's left leg and his hip. So I'm going to go from here, this foot drops down to behind the knee, and this foot goes in front of his hip. That's step one. Step two, I'm now in the overhook X guard. I want to get out of the overhook X guard and into the regular X guard. I'm going to control his knee. I'm going to roll it inwards a little bit. So this is for two reasons. This is to roll the knee to make it easier to get this hand in, and also to stop him from running away. If I just try and go here, he's gone. If right now he can't step backwards because of the overhook, right now he can't step backwards because of this hand. That gives my hand time to come here. I'll show this from the other side as well, but I got to get his foot from being in the crook of my arm up onto my shoulder. Sometimes I can just muscle it like this. If he's heavy or really planting there, I take my hands together, I kick him away a little bit, and I bring his foot up onto my shoulder. Here, I control the kneecap. This allows me to rotate outwards, rotate inwards. It's a kind of a natural handle. This hand can do a number of different things. If I start getting heavily into the X guard, it's going to be grabbing here, it's going to be grabbing there, it's going to be feeding lapels, it's going to be doing all kinds of crazy things. For the basic technical stand-up from here, I'm going to make him do the splits, and I'm going to come up onto this elbow. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to come up onto this elbow. Once I've made it onto this elbow, he's in serious trouble. Now, I'm going to take the foot that's behind his knee and put it against his knee. Can you see that transition? It goes from here to here. It's a little thing, but it makes a big difference, and I'll show you why in a second. Now, the foot that was under his hip comes on the ground. From here, I continue to push him away, and I come up onto my hand, and now I can either drive forward, or I can pull him like this. Once again, I don't want to try and do this and get triangle choke. This is a great position to pass the guard, but just make sure this hand stays on the knee or behind the leg. Now from here, I can really drive forward and crush him. I can stand up and go to my leg shot passes or my Toriandos or whatever. I just don't want to dive into the triangle choke. So we're here, single leg X. I'm going to switch the legs. The legs are the first step, here and here. Now I've got the overhook control here. I'm going to grab his knee, that's the second step, and fish for the underhook here. If it's really tight, if his instep's really tight, against my body, I have two choices. Number one, I can roll his knee a little bit by basically pulling him into knee on chest or shin on chest. It's okay, I can withstand it, and he's going to pay for that soon enough. Alternately, I can move my body away a little bit to make some room. I actually prefer curling his knee. That makes room under the instep. Come up here. Now, as I said before, you can't stay here. This is not powerful. He's not uncomfortable. So what I've got to do is jack this foot up onto my shoulder. I control the knee. This is the X guard. From here, I should right away go for the technical stand-up. I've done 80% of the hard work. Let's not blow it by, not pushing it for the remaining 20%. So first step, I kick both legs away and make him do the splits, and I try and come up on my elbow. From here, the foot that was behind his knee comes onto his knee. I didn't used to do this. I used to go from here to a technical stand-up, but if he's quick, he can come towards me here, and I can end up in a very bad position. So I didn't used to put the foot behind the knee. I used to just shoot for the elbow and go for the technical stand-up. This makes a huge difference. So here, then this foot goes on the ground, and I can push him away, making him do the splits. Are you feeling super comfortable now?
Oh yeah, lovely.
Yeah. And this foot's underneath me, so from here, I can do the technical stand-up. I can either run him forward, or I can just stand up, pull him up, and crush him down into a guard position, where I'm in a pretty good position. He's got no hooks, he's got no grips. I've got a pretty dominant grip, and he's in a really bad position. So, technical stand-up from X guard, I can't emphasize how much you should be working that as the first technique. Like, trying to be a boxer without a right cross is like trying to be an X guard player without a technical stand-up sweep. A lot of people, when they're doing X guard, they get lost when the person goes down on his knees. It doesn't change a thing. It makes it easier for you, if anything. So let's say we're here, and let's say I swim into single leg X guard. We're here, but for whatever reason, I'm not feeling it. I just can't take him over. Or alternately, I did the bridge and kick move that we talked about a little bit, and he's keeping his weight super far that way. Super far that way, so I can't twist him back. That's okay. I put my foot from here on the floor, in here in front of his hip, and now I've got the overhook X guard. Control this, bring this up. He's doing the James Brown. One knee is down, the other leg is completely straight. From here, I can do the technical stand-up. I can kick him away, coming up on my elbow. What's next? Oh, this foot blocks the knee. This foot comes on the ground. Now I continue coming up. I stand up if I have to, and I'm controlling. It's the exact same technique. Let's just show it from this angle, please, Mo. So, we're here. I scoot into the single leg X guard. For whatever reason, he's keeping his weight fairly far this way, and I'm having difficulty twist sweeping him over this way. No problem. This foot comes here. All I'm doing is going from here to here. So from here to there. Now, I swim for the underhook, and I kick him away, block. Foot on the ground. Now it's the same basic technical stand-up that you did on day one of your self-defense class here. Now I can run him down, I can stand up, I can take him down. So if you're having difficulty hitting the twist sweep, then most of the time, transitioning to the X guard and taking him the other way is the thing that you should be doing. It's like following up a cross with a hook, or it's like following up a jab with a cross. Those two things should come together. Twist sweep, technical stand-up. Technical stand-up, twist sweep.